Today I thought I'll take some of my scrap pieces of material that is lying around. I didn't end up using all of this. This first two that I'm showing was a little bit too thick, and I decided to stick with some muted colors and also not go too big. And I made 5 little Christmas trees at the end. Now look how small this piece of music note material is, and I managed to use it as well. So these were the colors I first thought I was going to use. I didn't use them all. So this music note, I told you, it's very, very thin, and this is how I cut out my tree. The scissors was a little bit blunt at first. I got a little bit sharper ones later on, but I just made a 3-tier little tree, and it was easy to do. Have a look there, and then I would just put it back to front and then just do the other side as well. And then I decided to go on this travel kind of theme material as well. I like the neutrally colors, and I decided to stick with the colors that also the smallest kind of material pieces that you can't do anything else with. This is what you can use for that. So that's why you never throw things away. You can always just make little baby trees like what I've done with these. Now if you want to cut both parts off at the same time, you can fold it this way and then double like that. And then you can cut your tree out. So once you do that, then when it's finished, you've got both at the same time. So that's the thinner kind of material, and if you've got sharp scissors, that works very well for that. Then after that, I just took out my sewing machine, and here's where I did not want to have to try and flip this inside out, so I did my stitching, and I like the look of it on the outside with it and the same kind of coloring thread that my material was. So I did on the outside. It just went all around a little bit in to make sure that and just random, it doesn't have to be very neat. I'm not a very good seamstress, and my machine is not the best, but I still had fun. And then I left the bottom open, so to stuff in a little bit of stuffing. And this was actually not a very good example, because I somewhat did it with my finger, but later on I did it with a stick, which worked much easier, and the bottom also came open a little bit. But then after I was done with that, I would just sew the bottom closed. There is my 5 trees. They're all different sizes, random ones. I did not use a stencil to cut them, and this is how long it took me, because I am slow and I just enjoyed myself. Now to finish off my garland, or my bunting, I went to I've showed you this before, what I do on my laptop. Not recommended to do. My husband always say he hopes I'm very soft with drawing, but as you can see, I put my favorite font, and then I just softly trace the number on my piece that I'm going to use, which is this old book that I have been using for a while, and I just do my number with a Koki, and here I messed up the 2 a bit, but I could fix it up a bit. And then remember my rope that I had, that I just crochet into chains. I decided to use it. I made it in half, and I started with my fat tree, the odd one in the middle, because I've got 5 trees, 3 like this, so I just made a pattern with them. So I sewed a few front and back. Now here you can actually go and put stars on your tree. You can put little beads on your tree with glue gun, etc. I did not go. I just kept it very plain. I didn't want to also waste too much time on it. And this is what I do. I just take some of the scrap pieces of paper that I was going to throw away, and I just put print there just to keep my 2. So on the one side I'm going to have 21, and then the other side 20. So if I put this garland behind us, if we take a photo, it shows Christmas because of the trees, and it shows 2021. Now obviously you say, well, there's only a few days left of 2021, but you saw how easily I stuck this thing on, how quickly it is to make it. I can just take the 1 off and then put a 2 for next year. This is not where it's going to be hanging, but just to show you on my piano how it looks. And closer up, my trees. Now here you can decide on any coloring you want, how many you want, what you want to say. You can say Merry Christmas, you can say Happy Holidays, whatever. So I hope you enjoy and got some inspiration from it, and have a go and show me your pictures if you are doing any of these things as well. Enjoy your week and your weekend and your holidays, and I'll see you again next week, Lord willing. Bye.